Now we are hearing the Rasa-pancadhyayi 22nd numbered verse. Sukadev Goswami is describing these pastimes to Parikshit Maharaj on the bank of the Ganga. Here he is describing the Ras Leela as well as how to receive this Adi Ras nectar from Sri Krishna, or how to become a proper recipient or vessel of this mercy. If there is some crack or hole, then that mercy will flow out. This Rasa Leela Harikatha is beneficial to everyone. It is very beneficial, but we must receive it in the proper manner, otherwise we will not be able to keep it with us. The material body is not fit to receive the transcendental nectar. It does not have the power to digest or accept that. Then how can we take this nectar? Therefore, Krishna arranged a method. What is that? In this pastime, we see how the sadhan siddhas who had performed sadhan or practices for many lifetimes and many thousands of years and came to Braj. So Krishna arranged a process for those sadhan siddhas to receive his transcendental nectar. In this world, if a person, from an ant to a king to an elephant, everyone wants respect and even worship, and they think if they receive that, that is the greatest fruit or the greatest benefit, and they are very happy receiving respect. People do not want poverty or to be neglected or outcasted. But that is not the real fruit of sadhan. When someone receives prestige and respect and worship and praise, generally speaking, when we receive a high position, we become intoxicated with that. Therefore, we hear the saying, Prabhutapai mad kahine. There is no greater form of intoxication than great position. Krishna thought, I want to give them a prakrita ras or braja prem, pure love in the moods of Braj. But I have to prepare the vessel of the sadhan siddhas to receive this. They have crossed over the material world. They were different sages and different personified scriptures, and they came to Braj. But they were used to so much respect and praise and worship. If you want to prepare a pot to receive some special nectar, then first it must be cooked or baked in the fire. And so Krishna, in this way, he tested and prepared the Brajadevis who were sadhan siddhas to receive his nectar. We see even sages, they perform this kind of austerity where in the summertime they will sit with fires on all sides, or in the winter they will sit in ice or cold water. In this way they test themselves and become stronger. We see Prahlad Maharaj, even though he was sitting amidst fire, he could not be burnt. His aunt Holika, she placed him on her lap and started a big fire around them, but still Prahlad could not be touched by this fire. His aunt, even though she had a boon that she was protected from fire, she herself burnt to ash. But the fire could not touch Prahlad Maharaj. And in the morning time, all the demigods came and took the ash and smeared it on their body, and took the dust from Prahlad's feet and put that on their bodies. And in this way they considered their lives fortunate and auspicious. They took this ash and the dust and mixed it with water and bathed with that even. They had so much respect for this. Why is that? The fire could not touch Prahlad Maharaj. Why? Because he was fully matured and he was a fully cooked or prepared vessel. Therefore the fire, like we see, a pot can be put on top of a fire and the pot does not get disturbed. The pot will cook what is in it, but it is not disturbed even though it is in the fire, the heat of the fire. Until we are prepared fully like this, then we will be burnt when these tests come. But when we are fully prepared, even if these tests come, then we will not be disturbed. Otherwise, if we are always desiring respect, praise, worship, adoration, then if someone does not give that to us and instead abuses us, then we will immediately become very angry. And it is like we are burning in a fire. Where do the small insects and moths go? When they are born especially like in the rainy season, and afterwards if they find a fire, they all fly into that fire and are burnt to ash. In this world, when we find some respect and praise, then if we find someone does not offer that to us, and we consider they should, then we will become very disturbed with them. We will say, I am so qualified, I have done so much sadhana, so much austerity, I am so learned, but why do you not respect me? How dare you commit offenses to me? Krishna himself thought that I want to distribute this Shringar Ras or Adi Ras and Madhurya Ras. I called all these sadhan siddhas here to the place of the Rasa dance to give this Ras to them. But how will I give it to them? Therefore, Sri Krishna began to test the gopis with very strong words. Sukadeva Goswami says here that Krishna used kutu vachan, very strong or even cruel words. We do not generally find Bhagavan will speak like this, but Sukadeva Goswami is here saying Krishna used very bitter words for the gopis. They became covered in perspiration and they were weeping, and with the toes of their feet they began to scratch the earth, and they were thinking, may the earth open up and swallow us. And some thought, maybe we should go to the Jamuna and drown there. We should commit suicide. We should give up our bodies. Is this the fruit of worshipping God? After chanting so many mantras and doing so much sadhana, now when they achieved the platform of perfection, why is the Lord speaking so harshly to them? The gopis heard all Krishna's speech to them, and then they stayed present there with great determination and fortitude. For some time, they did not give any response. After a while, they gathered themselves, and the group leaders of the different parties of the gopis began to respond. If they were all to respond at once, it would be a great din or disturbance. Why? It would be so loud, then who would understand who was saying what? Therefore, the different group leaders of the gopis, who knew really the hearts of all the other gopis in their group, they came forth as the representatives of the respective groups of the gopis and began to speak. They said to Krishna, you are the most clever and intelligent personality, just like Narayan. If someone comes to you who are like a guru giving so many instructions, then they should not be rejected. The Lord gives liberation to those who aspire for that from Him, and He fulfills whatever desire the devotees have when they worship Him. We have given up everything and come to you, therefore you should fulfill our desire. You should not reject us and send us home. Now in the next verse, the gopis continue. You know all the secret dharmas and how one should act or not act. Therefore, we do not even need to say anything to you. Why? One should not be very talkative in front of seniors and speak with such big words to one's seniors. Instead, one should humbly hear from them. Otherwise, one will lose their good qualities and their auspiciousness. If one is present before the Guru Varga or great Vaishnavas or one's elders, one should not speak like an authority. Otherwise, people will think, oh, if you go to your mother and say, oh mother, I saw a horse outside and it was flying. Did you see ever a horse like that? Then she said, oh, I do not. I have never seen like that. She knows, oh, the child is foolish. It is very young. It does not know anything. She will think, oh, they are just children, or they are like crazy people, or they are acting inappropriately. So the gopis told Krishna, you know everything. You know all dharma. You know all tattva. Therefore, to speak before you and to give answer, to talk back to you, is not appropriate for us. You are Antaryami, the indwelling witness. You know everything. You know our hearts. We are not qualified, it is true. Still, you should prepare us and you should not reject us. Prepare us, and when we are ready and fully developed, then you should accept us. Just like a potter will take clay and make it into a pot and then cook it. And when the vessel is fully cooked on the fire, then it can hold oil, ghee, or other ingredients and products. Therefore the gopis said, yes, we understand. The sadhan siddhas said, we are unqualified, but we have come here to you and you called us here. Therefore, please prepare us fully and then accept us, but do not reject us. Therefore, we do not know anything about Dharma Tattva. In front of you, you know everything. We do not want to commit any offense to you. But please, simply, we are not acting like your instructors. Why? Guru will give instructions to his followers and his disciples. The Guru never thinks to give inauspiciousness to his followers. However, the disciples also should not tell Guru, do this for me, do that for me. They should not instruct their Guru. Otherwise, they cannot get any benefit from him. They should approach him with humility. Those who have progressed a little bit, Guru will help them progress further. And those who are just new coming, Guru will help them also progress. But Guru knows how to help everyone in whatever position they are. Therefore the gopis said, Krishna, you know how to help us and what we need. Please, therefore, accept us. You know the proper rules and regulations of Dharma. You know what is the highest goal and aim. You are the Lord himself. In this world, one should serve everyone, it is true. But that is not eternal, it is temporary dharma. If we can serve you, then our lives will be successful. Therefore, we have come to you, Krishna. Please give us some opportunity to serve you. Those who are always living in a filthy condition, who have a filthy nature, they do not know what is a good thing, what is pure and clean. Therefore you should teach them, this is wrong. Someone needs to instruct them and guide them. Simply by chastising or punishing or beating someone, They do not have any knowledge what is wrong or right. Therefore, this punishment is useless for them. It is only cruelty. How can you help someone who is ignorant, therefore? You should give them the storehouse of pure knowledge and help them enter into that light of knowledge. Very carefully, you have to prepare them to receive that knowledge. And you have to help them develop with kindness. Otherwise, they will break and be destroyed and lost. And they cannot go on the path of spiritual progress. They do not have any knowledge. Therefore, the gopis said to Krishna, "You are the beloved friend and the soul of all beings. Therefore, to serve you is the highest dharma. If we do not serve you, everything else is karma, material, fruit of action, and one will have to suffer and enjoy the fruits of that. The fruits of dharma or karma do not come to the jivas directly. Krishna says, Karmanya ivadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have the right to perform your work, your duty, but you should not aspire for the fruits of that. Give that to me." And Krishna also says in scripture, Dharma rakshita dharmikaha. Dharma protects its protectors. Therefore, if you follow dharma, you will be protected by dharma. The Lord keeps the fruits himself. Why? He knows these fruits, if they are with me, then people will come to me and people will be connected with me. This is the method for them to come to me. This will help them. Otherwise, if I give them the fruits of their dharma and their bhajan, there is no attractive power for them to come to me. In big companies where there are the owners or the kings, they have all the control, they have all the wealth. The subjects therefore need help from the king or from the owners. Otherwise, if they have all this themselves, then they will try to lord it over others themselves, even without the proper qualification. Therefore, like we see, parents will not give so much money to their small children because they will only spoil themselves with that. Therefore, parents or leaders, they will help people learn how to become qualified, and then they will give them an allowance, and gradually they can mature and learn how to use that properly. So Krishna will not give all the fruits of your bhajan to you immediately. He will give that gradually, as much as you can digest and as much as will help you progress. Otherwise, you may be spoiled by these things. Krishna does not act in such a way to spoil us. Therefore, he always takes proper consideration into account how to help the sadhakas. Otherwise, people may receive the fruits of their bhajan and then they will think, "Oh, just look how great I am now. Oh, look how I was and now look what I am." There's a story, therefore, of a bird. It was like an ugly bird. And then it found one gold coin. And it went to the king, into the king's palace room. And then he began to tell the king, "Oh, look how much money I have. Look how much wealth I have found. I am so wealthy. Who do you think you are? Oh, you have nothing. Look how much I have." The king became very upset and told his guards to capture the bird. And he himself tried to attack the bird, because the bird was so arrogant. So the Lord does not want us to become spoiled if we prematurely receive the fruits of our bhajan. If we become like a royal king, then what happens? Dodin kachandi fir andhere raat. For a few days we will be able to be in that position, but then certainly we will destroy everything and fall down. We think it is like if a very poor person wins the lottery, but they do not know how to use the wealth, they become like a mad person. They have no intelligence how to use it, and they try to control the controller or the Lord himself. The gopis therefore told Krishna, "What can we say to you? We do not know what to say. As you like, you can act with us. You know what is our true welfare. We are offering ourselves at your lotus feet. Please give us a place at your lotus feet. We only have the prayer that we never go far away from your lotus feet and do not become proud and separated from you or spoiled. This relationship has been established with great difficulty, but our relationship will last as long as we do not develop an independent controller mood. As soon as we develop this mood that we are the independent doer or the controller, then we will go separate from the Lord or from our Master. As an infant, we only know our parents, our mother, our father, but as we mature and grow up, gradually we develop this doer mood and think ourselves to be the masters, and then we do not count anyone else, and we only follow our own mind and senses. We have some strength in our body, our senses are strong, we can walk, look around, and do everything. Then we become independent. This ahankar will devour us. Therefore the gopis said, Krishna, we will never act like that. We are abala. Therefore the gopis said, we are abala, weak. We will not control you or try to dominate or be your masters. In that person who has an independent mood, who is always restlessly moving around and does not give respect to seniors and elders, does not know how to properly honor others, and does not listen to anyone's good advice, even to one's elders or seniors, then it is said, oh, they think themselves to be pandits, but day and night they only talk uselessly. This is vacha vegam, this is uncontrolled speech, and this develops into the urges of the mind, cannot be controlled, and then one cannot control one's anger or one's lust. If you cannot control your speech, therefore, along with that, the urge of the mind and anger, stomach, genitals, everything follows in that line. But that person who has controlled their tongue or their speech, even though they know everything, they are silent or peaceful. In front of Guru or their elders or seniors, they will not speak. In front of God, they will not act like God themselves, trying to speak and control everyone with their words. That person who has not been able to control their speech or their tongue, then they cannot progress. What is sin or piety? We speak, and with our words we burn others. Then, in this way, we create sin. And by properly using our speech, then everyone will give us blessings and we will develop piety. But to control our tongue is very difficult. Our Rupa Goswami said, if you want to do bhajan, first of all, you must learn to control your speech, control your mind, control your tongue, your belly, and your genitals. If you can do this, then truly you are qualified to make disciples all over the world. Vacha vegam manasa krodha vegam. The inner meaning is that, will everyone in this world become your disciple? No. First, you will not become anyone else's disciple in this world. You will not be the disciple of your mind, your anger, your lust, or worldly people. No one will be able to discipline you or control you. Why? Because you have become self-controlled. Otherwise, because of the loose tongue, what did Draupadi say? She told Duryodhana, blind father, blind son, when he came to the Rajasuya Yagya, the palace of the Pandavas had been made by Mayadhanava, and the pools were covered and they looked like carpet, and what looked like a pool was really solid. So Duryodhana was walking and he fell into a pool which looked like a carpet, and he fell in that and got wet, and Draupadi was standing on the balcony and she began to laugh and she said, oh, like father, like son, your father is blind, so you are also blind. And Duryodhana became so angry, he looked up at her and said, oh, I will definitely have my revenge. So we see, just because of her uncontrolled speech, the whole Mahabharat war took place. So the gopis said, we are not like this. The gopis knew everything. They were sages in their past life who had done austerity and studied all the scriptures, or they were also even personified scriptures, Shrutis, Upanishads. They had so much knowledge and wisdom, but even though they had all this, when they came to Krishna, they did not speak back in such a, in a arrogant, obstinate manner to Krishna. They tolerated everything, even though Krishna spoke very strongly to them, like a fire burning them. They accepted that without becoming against Krishna. Therefore, we should try to become like the gopis, very gopan, very secret and confidential. If we do not have this forbearance, then we cannot do bhajan. The real meaning of bhajan is to serve. Bhaja dhatu iti sevayam. The root of the word bhaj means to serve. We need to learn how to serve, and also service should be done with humility. We should learn to accept the chastisement of our elders and our seniors. Those who are always talking back, they cannot have any peace in their life. They are only creating fires because they do not have control of their speech. The gopis, they are gopis. Gopa means very secret and confidential. They are so gopan or confidential. They are so hidden and secret. No one can know what is in their hearts. In the Pravarta Dipika of Sridhar Swami, he says, the gopis said to Krishna, "You know all Dharma. Therefore, to serve one's relatives, one's husbands, family members, that is our dharma, and you are telling us to do this, to serve all our relatives. That instruction is with you. However, this is good to be told. If one is to say, then what is the karan, what is the purpose of this? The gopis said, "Oh, you are telling us to do so many different things. Many people will come. If people will not speak Harikatha to them or Bhagavat Tattva, what do they tell them? Oh, sweep the temple, tend the garden, clean the pots, help cook, cut vegetables." Then sometimes people think, oh, they are not giving Harikatha or Kirtan, they are only engaging us in material work. People come to Guru and Vaishnavas and think, is this cheating? Are they cheating us by only engaging us in external activities? Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj told his followers, oh, go out into the garden. There's no point in pulling the rope. You are taking your mala in your hand and only pulling on the rope, saying, I am chanting 1 lakh, I am chanting 2 lakhs, I am chanting 3 lakhs. What is the benefit of that? Go to the garden and plant eggplants and tend the eggplants in the garden. This is much better for you. So, will we challenge Guru when he gives us instructions like this? Will we say, no, I have come here for bhajan? They were not ready to accept the instruction of their Gurudev. Therefore, Guru will test us and see, do we have desire to serve? Or do we want everything to go according to our own desire? We must be fully developed in our relationship. We have been in this world for so many lifetimes, serving so many people in so many lives, but for whom? Only for, it is said, Atmendriya Pritivancha, only to fulfill our own desires and to satisfy our relatives and friends. Therefore, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj told his followers, go instead, serve and take care of the plants and develop a garden and then use all that produce for Krishna's service. In this way you will develop Sukriti. If you do not do service, how can you make relationship and how can you break your relationship with Maya? Therefore the gopis said to Krishna, we are not qualified to serve you, we are unqualified. And we have so many bad qualities, O Krishna. Therefore, you are telling us, go home. Go and serve your family. Go and serve in your household life. But how can we serve you? We have no eligibility or qualification for that. You are the Lord and controller. Therefore, please help us. If Krishna were to say, "Oh, how do you know that I am Ishwar, the Lord?" Therefore the gopis said, "You are Paramatma, the indwelling super soul. Therefore, you have called us to you because you are Paramatma and we are the Atmas. Otherwise, someone may invite everyone to come to them or call everyone, but they will not come. They may be able to cheat others, but they cannot permanently keep someone with them with love and affection. But we know, therefore you are Paramatma. You have called us all here and we have all come to you. Now, please teach us how to serve you. Help us become qualified to serve you. Do not cheat us by giving us only external instructions and external dharma. It is very hard to find a truly dharmic person in this world. And even if that person is present, they may not help and teach others. You, however, you can truly help us. Therefore, please do not forsake us. You are the master and the beloved of everyone. You are our true friend, and you are a true relative and family member. If we have not served you, then we are not really serving our true family and our true friend and beloved. Without you, we have been drowning in material existence. Therefore, now you have so mercifully called us to your lotus feet. Please help us. We were in the darkness for so long. Now we have come into the light. In the darkness we cannot see anything, and when we come into the light, then we can see. We can see who I am and who others are. How many people are present here? In darkness we cannot see anything. We have been in darkness for so long in Maya, Krishna. We have lived in the realm of Maya, in the darkness of ignorance for so long, and now you have called us to you, into the effulgence of truth. Now we can see who is the father, who is the mother, who is the friend, who is the husband. That Krishna, you are everything to us. Without you, we have no one else. We have been drowning in samsara, material existence. In this world, we may call someone Ram, Lakshman, Sita. We may give people so many different names, but in this way, are they truly our friends and relatives? In this world, we are all different jivas drowning and suffering in samsara, and we call each other different names. We call each other husband, wife, friend, daughter, child, son, parent. But then, when we die, then where has our mother gone, our father gone, our husband gone, our son or daughter gone? Then they will be able to stay with us forever. Therefore, how are they our relatives? Krishna, you are telling us to serve our parents and our friends and relatives, but we only see you as our true relative now, because before we were lost in the darkness of illusion. In this world, all these relationships are just like a dream. We've come so many. It is like, for example, different birds will come onto a tree and spend the night, and then in the daytime they will fly to another place. Or different people will come into a hotel and stay in different rooms, and they may meet each other, but then the next day or in a few days they leave again. Or they come into a train and meet with each other and then go to different destinations. So in this life, relationships and family members are like that. We make relationship with them for some time. Or like another example is in the ocean or in the stream. Two straws or some straws may come together, but then again when the current pulls them apart, they are separated. Therefore our relationships in this world are like that. Therefore we should consider truly who is our real relative. If we are not related to Krishna or to the Lord and to his associates, then we have not established our true relationship, and we are only drowning with others in samsara. Krishna, therefore, we are taking your instruction to heart, and we want to truly follow it. You are telling us, serve our family, serve our friends, but Krishna, you are our only friend, and you are our only family. Therefore, we will serve you. Please, if we are not qualified to serve you, please help us learn. Please teach us and make us qualified and accept us. We do not want to go again into the jail of Maya. In the Vaishnav Toshni of Srila Jiva Goswami, he describes, if there is some calamity, then what should we do? People in this world say, oh, karma is dharma. You should do your karma and your duty in this world. But what is our true dharma? The gopis therefore spoke to Krishna like this, that you say that for a woman to serve her husband, that is the highest dharma. But who is truly the husband of all souls? Who is the real Swami? Therefore, Krishna, we want to serve you. You are the real husband or master of all souls. Until now, we have done adharma, not dharma. Why? We accept someone as our husband, but that is only for a few days, and then we accept another person as our husband. In this way, we are like prostitutes, so that is adharma. In one life we have one husband or one wife, and in another life we have another husband, or in one life we have many husbands and wives. So that is adharma. You are telling us therefore to serve our husbands, but that is adharma, Krishna. You are the real husband of all souls, therefore we are serving you. We have come therefore to you. We make relationships in this world for a few days, and then we are separated by time and by our different karma and natures. We have accepted others as our group, as our jati, as our own members, even though we have no permanent relation with them. Therefore that is adharma, that is irreligion. You are telling us to follow real dharma, so we truly want to follow that, Sri Krishna. Otherwise, because of following so-called dharma, we have suffered for so many lifetimes in material existence. Now we are prepared to truly follow dharma, Krishna, and we will never give up dharma. Krishna, now we understand this truth, and we have come into the light, and we are endeavoring to follow this proper path. Therefore, please help us along the path of truth and light, and do not send us back into darkness. We understand you are testing us, Krishna, but please do not forsake us. We do not want to go backwards into the darkness. We want to come more close to you. We want to come forward. You are giving us instructions on dharma, but what is the real sadachar? What is the proper way of acting, and what is improper action? Before, we did not know what is dharma or adharma. When people follow dharma, then why is there so much enmity and anxiety and so many problems? If we are really following true dharma, then we will not have to suffer from all these things. So we have left everything and come to you. This is not any adharma, irreligious activity. You are our beloved, you are our friend, you are our guardian, you are our life and soul and everything. We cannot forget you, Krishna, and we cannot go separate from you. To go away from you, to leave you as you are telling us to do, that would be a dharma or irreligion. You are telling us to follow dharma, Krishna, so we are following as we understand. To leave you would be the greatest sin, the greatest offense, and the greatest irreligion. The citizens of a country, they enjoy the country. The king, he maintains them and protects them. So there is this word bhokta. Bhokta means the enjoyer. But the real enjoyer is Krishna, the Lord, the Master. When we try to become the enjoyers, this is incorrect. This is a sin. Or this is the root of our ignorance and sin. We should understand that we are the subordinates of Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, and to serve Him and develop relation with him. That is the highest type of dharma. We cannot go against dharma now. Krishna, you are our master and our controller. Therefore, Sri Krishna, we are not your instructors. You are telling us to follow dharma and to serve our true relatives. Therefore, we are following that and we are serving you. When we take shelter of Sri Krishna, Bhagavan, then true knowledge of what is dharma and adharma will awaken within us. And when we take shelter at his lotus feet, all good qualities will come within us. At that time, everyone will be satisfied with us, all the sages, all the demigods. They will all be satisfied. If we come to the lotus feet of Krishna, then we are not indebted to anyone. Otherwise, we are always in debt to someone or other. But when we come to Sri Krishna and surrender to him, then we no longer have any debt to any person or any personality in existence. Why? Because we are taken shelter in the true, our true purpose, our true place. So the gopis said to Krishna that Krishna took the form of Mohini and he showed what is true seva dharma, and he gave instructions on how to serve Guru. The nature of the disciples will not be going towards dharma without the mercy and help of their Guru. Therefore, Krishna, you are acting in the form of Guru. You should accept us and show us yourself how to serve, and you should accept our service. Otherwise, the disciple cannot progress if the Guru will not accept them and accept their service. So the gopis told Krishna, you are Swayam Bhagavan, the Lord himself. What is the dharma of a woman? You know that. Stri dharma, you know that. You know what is auspicious and unauspicious. To follow a dharma is always wrong. Therefore, do not trick and cheat us, Krishna. You have told us to go and serve our husbands in our homes, but you are our eternal husband, Krishna. The other people, they are just like an actor for a few days taking the role of our husbands. But that is not permanent, and they are not our real relatives. But you are our eternal friend. What is the nature of the sadhus? What is their hearts? Krishna, you said that sadhus are your heart, and you are in the heart of the sadhus. Therefore, please make us sadhus. We also want to be sadhus, renounced. Why? We want to give up all other relations and attachments and only be connected to you. And then we have the faith that you will always be in our hearts, and we will always be in your hearts. Please give us this tendency to serve. That is eternal. But when we serve in Maya, then our pure tendency is covered, and we become trapped in illusory connections and relationships. And when we begin to serve Bhagavan, we are freed from Maya. That is real dharma. Then we do not have to suffer for sinful reactions. What do you want, therefore, Krishna? Do you want us to become trapped in Maya and go into Maya and serve there? Do you want us to suffer and struggle from Maya? Or do you want us to be free of Maya and with you? Therefore, please do not instruct us and tell us to leave you. Please accept us, Krishna. We have understood your true mood in your instruction, and we will endeavor to follow that. Tomorrow we will hear the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on this verse, and we'll hear forward from there. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo.